Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the CHOFETZ, the laws of Lashon Hara, and we were in the middle of Klal Gimel, which was speaking about last time the idea of Dan lechav zchus. If you see somebody do the wrong thing, you have an obligation. First of all, if the Talmidei Chachamim and Tzadikim, for sure you have to assume that it was a mistake that you saw them do and they already did tshuva, or you didn't understand what they were doing and really they did nothing wrong, so of course you have to judge favorably. Even on a regular person who maybe doesn't live with the highest levels of Yirah Shamayim, of the fear of God and the like, and he does make mistakes, I still have an obligation to judge that person favorably and not to see the bad, but to find a way to explain it as something that they did. Either it was part of, or maybe it was the right thing that they did, but not to condemn them for the negative act which I saw in front of me. I have to be dan lechav zechus. I have to judge them favorably, because as the CHOFETZ Chaim points out, you judge somebody favorably, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One, blessed be He, is going to judge you favorably as well. And who does not need that? Who does not need that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will come along and judge a person favorably for all the deeds that we did that are questionable in the eyes of Hashem, that are a little bit crooked over here and a little bit crooked over there. We all need HaKadosh Baruch Hu's mercy. We all need His compassion. And the more that we can be merciful, compassionate, and overlooking of others, the more Hashem will do that with us. Now he writes like this: V'afilu b'makom she'akav choiv machriya yoser. Even in a case, let's say Ruvain is watching Shimon. Shimon is a person, he's an average guy. He's not a big tzaddik, but Baruch Hashem, he's not a rasha. He's an average person, and he does something that really looks that he did the wrong thing. And Reuven is watching this. And the truth of the matter is, it's much more likely that what I see in front of me, which looks wrong, actually is wrong. The mitzad din leke isura kolkach. And really, mitzad din, according to the law, there would not be an isur prohibition over here, if Reuven would decide to judge Shimon in this case unfavorably. Which means that since that Shimon is not known to be the biggest tzaddik in the world, and I saw pretty clear what it is that he did, and it's hard to find another angle to look at it from. So if I would judge him unfavorably under the circumstances and say, wow, how could he do such a thing? I would be justified in my judgments. However, hainu le'inyan sheyuskan be'eni atzmai alav shasa le'kedin. That's only that Ruvain is allowed to say to himself, what I've seen is Shimon acting inappropriately. I can agree with that, says Ruvain. But Ruvain is not allowed to take this information of the unfolding of events that he watched in front of him, where he wants to be dan lechav chayv, where he wants to find the unfavorable actions of Shimon in his eyes. He cannot go quickly and share this with other people and end up embarrassing Shimon in front of others. As we're going to see, in order for a person to share negative information about somebody else, in the up and coming chapters, we'll see that there's many details that have to be fulfilled in order for you to open your mouth and say anything negative about such a person. There's many cases, even where Shimon, in fact, did act inappropriately, and he didn't do the right thing. Still, Reuven cannot go along and embarrass Shimon as a result of it. Of this, like we're going to see in the chapters coming up. So says the CHOFETZ Chaim, and he's finishing off Klal Gimel, the third chapter, with this, that yes, there's a great mitzvah to dan lechav zchus, to judge another person favorably. Sometimes there's no way around it. What you see is what you get, and therefore you could judge the person in your own mind unfavorably to see what he did that was wrong. And then you can be suspicious, you can be a suspect of him, you can assume certain things. But to go and share that with somebody else, very likely if you do, you are trampling on the laws of Lashon Hara, and therefore be very careful. Now the up and coming chapters are going to mention different details over here of how it is that perhaps a person would be allowed to release the information from his lips to somebody else. But certainly, until we learn all of that, think twice. When in doubt, do without, do not say. And even after we see it, we'll see it's not so simple for one Jew to go and incriminate and speak badly about another Jew. Have a wonderful day.